a big state. How much the debates in South Carolina were important, the debates in Iowa were very important. Romney sort of had New Hampshire wired. In a big state like this, some TV ads, how factor in the debates?
I think these debates tonight is huge. This is the biggest one yet of the campaign. As a matter of fact, maybe the biggest one at the end. Because tonight is Romney versus Gingrich. It's the last two men standing, really, for the nomination. And if Mitt Romney can tie tonight, the tie will probably go to him. Because it looks like some of the negatives on Gingrich, the problems with the ex-wife, are beginning to bite now this week. We're seeing some gender issues. But this is the biggest debate by far that we've had.
I want to come back to that, but Rick Santorum and Ron Paul would say, what about us? I mean, the polling shows a two-man race, and psychology, you've run a lot of campaigns. If you're third or fourth, when voters start to think this really matters and they think it's a two-man race, it's harder for the lower guys to break through because the voters want to be in the fight, right?
Well, look, if the top two-tier candidates, for some reason, cancel each other out, then one of the third or fourth place finishes can, at some point, rebound the same way that Newt Gingrich has been able to rebound. Two-thirds of voters in South Carolina said that the debates matter. So this is a crucial moment for Mitt Romney. He has to slow Newt Gingrich's momentum. And on the other hand, Newt Gingrich has to now show that he's electable and he has the presidential temperament that matters to so many voters.
You know, John, the oddity among oddities is that if Newt Gingrich looks like he's going to do really well and keep going, the establishment Republicans' best friend is about to be Ron Paul. Because they want Ron Paul and Rick Santorum to stay in, keep getting delegates, so Newt doesn't get 50% of the delegates. And this is going to turn into an interesting chess game if Newt keeps going.
So you mentioned the establishment. Somebody like Bob Dole, a former nominee of the party, a legend in the Republican ranks, served for a long time. He comes out today, he backs Romney. He has this damning statement about Newt Gingrich. Why do I have the impression among Tea Party voters here, that helps Newt. It doesn't hurt Newt, right?
It doesn't hurt Newt, but also when the entire GOP establishment, including the conservative wing that worked with Newt in Congress, is not for him, that does tell you something. It's not just the Republican establishment, John. It's every Republican who's on the ballot, who's in a swing state, who's worried that Newt Gingrich is gold water and may take the party down. You know, if Newt Gingrich is gold water, we go back to the first 2 years of the Obama administration. Democrats controlling House, Senate, and the White House. We saw what happened.
Alex mentioned he thinks sometimes it takes a week or so for things to have an impact. In South Carolina, after Gingrich's second ex-wife came forward, it raised some personal character questions. There was no gender gap at all. Newt Gingrich won among men, he won among women. Here in the polling, you do see a gender gap. Do you think it's tied back to that, or do you think it's just Romney has higher appeal with women voters?
Well, I do think that the issue of his second wife talking to the media and basically saying that they had some differences, that hurt him with women. South Carolina women may have been forgiven, but I think long-term, including in Florida, women will not be forgiven, especially independent women. They may not play a role in Florida, but they will determine the outcome this fall.
We got a little more than a minute left. Your biggest question, we'll start at there and work our way down. Your biggest question going into the debate, the thing you're most looking for.
Oh, can Newt just turn it up again, just to attract that alpha male that's out there who says, go Republican? That's Newt's game.
Who takes the audience tonight? Who reaches out and takes them? And can Mitt Romney demonstrate strength? And also, can Newt Gingrich demonstrate likability? You know, great old Bob Dole story. Newt came up to him one time and said, Senator, I don't understand why so many people take an instant dislike to me. Dole goes, saves them time.